We hold these truths to be self evident that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Hello, I'm Mills Lane, and this is American Culture Topics. Ah, yes, that's a nice one. Salute, Mac J, UGS Radio, co-host of the Murder Music Show. Yes, right. I got he gets the plug, the free plug, of course. So and also co-host on Ruckus Radio Podcast, Waking Up with Ruckus. Usually shown on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. So salute, thanks for being the first one on the plug track. Salute to Mo Brown, Mike from Boston, Louisville in the league. Yeah, live Thursdays at 7. Try to start on time, but you know I'm black. I got an excuse. But as always, this show is sponsored by Wash While You Work. So I say that, and I mean it, because that's a promotional sponsor. So a couple updates on the promotional sponsor. The website is up. Wash While You Work. Mobile detailing. The website is up. Okay, and for some more belief in that, yeah, I mean, of course you believe it. Wash While You Work's website is up, and let me show the website. Keep it all the way trill. So here we go. Yeah, website up and popping. So if anybody's in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, Wash While You Work. Mobile detailing is for you. That's the. And the more we get, some comments, the more they can expand, maybe to a city near you. That's how this thing works. You feel me? WashWhileYouWork.com. Yes. Topics at the bottom: retirement home culture. What do I think about when I think about retirement home culture? I'm thinking about the oh my goodness, Melquan said he thought the show was canceled. Wow. Nah, but I think you successfully stolen Trap and sent them to the Ronnie Bobby network, wherever that is. Trap doing episodes of the Sports Bar right now. So anyway, or maybe he just went to a retirement home. Wouldn't that be nice? He just retired from the show. So retirement home culture is this week's episode. Uh, when I think about retirement home culture, I think about the ability for folks up there in age to, fall back. They've done their part. They've served their country. They've paid their taxes. They've made their money. They mostly raise children who don't want to raise them in their old age. Salute to Rise Girl in the chat. Supermod, how you doing? Thank you for joining us here on American Culture Topics. Yes, retirement home or nursing home or retirement community, right? It pretty much depends on what you think. Before I go any further, I did have a behind the scenes meeting with somebody who was supposed to be a potential co-host. So for anyone who wanted to do a potential co-hosting, either to be permanent, try out, whatever, I can always be reached at millslane456 at gmail.com. I'll read it, and we'll get in contact. We'll figure out the particulars of you know, it's only a few rules I got on here. My former co-host, I'm not gonna talk about that. So anyway, we are, and also, if anybody wanted to jump in to discuss retirement home culture, the links provided. So, like I said, you know, the low age is basically about 55 years old. When Americans become 55 years old, we start treating them a little different and tell them, hey, won't you apply for an AARP card? Um, how about you get your food a little bit earlier? You know what? We'll feed you a little bit cheaper price as long as you get here before 4 o'clock. You know, we don't really want you guys on the road late at night. Sometimes don't want you on the road at all, but for now, say not at late night, right? Also, it's a badge of honor to survive wars because America always caught up in some war. You got plagues. You surviving plagues now. You got to survive plagues, wars, um, battles for rights, whether it's civil rights, all types of rights. Then there's, you got to fend off your begging children and not spend all your money on them. You got to avoid the scams, the IRS calling your phone, talking about you owe money. You got to just fend off a lot when you get up there in age. And living with a group of people is probably a great way to be able to deal with. Crooked, 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 crooked. Okay, all right. That's an inside joke, y'all. Why you put Bill Russell in the picture? Now, come on, man. That's it. All right, for those who might not have seen the picture that John is referring to, it's the get along. I'm gonna call them the get along gang because they look like they're having fun while they sitting there watching the violin player. But hey, those are the seniors right there, and they living it up, man. The retirement home. This is retirement home culture. All right. So getting back to the program, while it's a great thing to survive in this country. Oh, they also had to survive pork loaded products. They had to survive corn based products, corn starch. You got to survive bad drinking water some places, smog, bad air, um, tax raise after tax raise, and then tax breaks, and then tax raises. They had to survive hearing about their Social Security being taken 1,000 times. Um, yeah, so yeah, they deserve a little slack. And I look at a retirement or a retirement community because that's kind of like what these folks are at, like a senior center retirement community, and I feel like they've earned the right to relax, but it costs money. Okay, it's nice they're doing this, and that's nice that they're relaxing. Sitting back, enjoying themselves, each other. Oh, remember when we used to could ride the boxcar for a nickel? You know, remember when could go to the movie theaters for a nickel? Like everything cost a nickel back then. You know what I'm saying? And so you get to sit back with like age people, You could play music, sound like this. Oh yeah, they could play stuff like that. You dang right. Nursing homes smell funny. I'll say that. Uh, but is it was it because the kids just couldn't deal with them? Huh? Was it really because the kids couldn't deal with their parents? No. I look at it like the second go round of college. You know what I'm saying? Here they are, you know, like aged people, different backgrounds sometimes, coming from different angles, you know, and just sitting back and eating at the same time, not having to feel guilty about it, just sitting back and hanging out, and hey, these folks, they probably sat back like, remember when we used to have to get hosed down by the fire department because we were out there fighting for civil rights. Yeah, and they might have said some things like, oh yeah, those were the days." You know, those folks might have knew the old co-host of American Culture Topics too. That guy, he was out there, out in the park or at the bar. I don't know why I like doing Boston accents, but so I can't get over this nursing home smell funny thing. But just knowing that these family members are nearby somewhere where there's nurses around, the care for the folks are around. Let's see, Mel Kwan's like, I told my kids they better not put me in there in one of their basements. Oh, put me in there. I'm living in one of the big. Oh my goodness. And that's the thing right there, Mel Kwan, because why this is such a special American culture topic is that majority of the people, well, I should say in this country is very famous for using a retirement home. So it's not as familiar in cities like, or excuse me, countries like China, where they get older, they finish all their working, and they decide that they're going to, you know, live upstairs. Oh, let's send grandma upstairs, or grandpa and grandma, and they can get the room downstairs so it doesn't hurt their bodies that much. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and that's why it's important and understand it in America. But while we may strive and want this to happen, it's important to understand some of the dynamics that occur when trying to facilitate this. For example, look at this money. What up, y'all? We talking money now. Let's uh let's just show it out. Look at them prices for when you're getting that full service to just renting, okay? Having nursing care. But hold on. Because even Ryan's girl, like, I wish my kids would, right? Put me in a nursing home. I mean, how dependent do you feel? And I think that's a major part of this. If the adult, this senior person is still driving, you 60 something years old and you still driving around, you still having fun with life, you might want to, be somewhere where you can examine and understand the people that's actually around. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, these prices, I mean, I had to think about, am I making enough money to make it to one of these places? I don't think so, y'all. I don't think so. But hey, That's why he donate to Mills Lane, trying to be living there. No. But keeping it pushing. These older folks, okay, um, thanks to advents in science, uh, being an old person ain't as bad as it used to be. Cause, back in the day, uh, when I couldn't get myself aroused anymore, it kind of was over. And my wife kind of understood, and we just sat in the corner and we hung back, But nowadays, you see these two smiling and happy and dancing and all having all this fun. You know why? Because he got the blue pill. Ding! Yes, right. Just pop that pill, have a drink, and wait a little while. And guess what? Your blood pressure is going to start flowing, and it's going to flow up and down and all around. And she's going to know. She's smiling, thinking about soon as his blood pressure gets higher, we're gonna light the night on fire. Thankfully, we're retired. Yeah, Mr. Lex Line. Yes, the Viagra pill, the Cialis, all of these get man, back to his loss of ED now. That's what's going to happen in these retirement homes. So you get your body and you be nice and able bodied. So when you're over 55 and you're living in one of these communities here, the chances are both spouses don't make it because married people seem to destroy each other and constantly destroy each other till one's gone. So if this retirement place basically is going to be single men and single women and you know hanging out and I mean hanging out. Ew. Uh-oh. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So y'all some vets. You guys were working at these places. Yeah, and we're gonna get into some of that a little bit later. All right. Uh, shots for the show. Nah, I kept it sober because I had somebody that's was going around letting me know that they were going to join and co-host, but I haven't seen them. So, but that way I can calmly let them know they ain't shit. But getting back to the show, uh, recently, I should say, I heard a study about 6 years ago that there was a rise in a lot of sexually transmitted diseases coming from a lot of these retirement homes. So is it like condoms were not around when they were frisky and out there doing the things that they were doing? Was it that? Was it the fact that you know, or well, I'm in my 70s, so if I get to STD, I get an STD. I don't know, but yes, STDs are rampant in a lot of these retirement homes. Yeah, old hoes get the clamp, old hoes get chlamydia, old hoes get gonorrhea, and old hoes can even get HIV. So be careful out there, people. Uh, when you're in your older years, but be careful now so you can make it to your older years, right? Right. Yeah, and I had this topic on the docket. This was in my Rolodex of topics. Tried to run it out a couple times, but it got denied. So I decided I'm going to give it another try. But another thing, yes, there's the fun side. Yeah, we're looking at the nice couple dancing, and and they're looking all nice, and they look like they're enjoying themselves. And we can look here at like a retirement community. This one's called Copeland Oaks, and you see how the buildings are. It looks like you can either consider it a prison or a university. It has that look, right? You got the buildings and all connected, or as this feels like our apartments, and then you have your little senior center off in the corner. So, and it's parking for the residents and of course the visitors, the children, and the children come by and bring the grandchildren, and everybody's here to see Nana and think, oh yeah, and Nana's like, uh-huh. How's everybody doing? You know what I'm saying? Evening the cat, evening. Uh-huh. Yeah, the community pies, right? I'm trying to tell you. They had to hide the hairbrushes remote control because the old women kept pledging. Whoa, John Hamilton! I gotta be careful reading stuff you write, man. Yeah, well, why kids ain't buy her no toy? Da 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 da. Good question. Good question, Cat. Because I'm there. I'm there for a Rise Girl show. Yes, these communities and centers are great, but if you need assisted living, I mean, like a nurse, like almost full time, or at least part of the day, where there's somebody that's designated to take care of your loved one. um that might be a little bit dangerous, okay? Because there have been stories, and I mean a ton of stories, about people living in assisted living places. And there are bad things that can actually happen. What do you mean by bad things? Well, let's just look at one story that I picked up off of the YouTubes. Now, luckily,
God, you stink. So I'm going to have to tell you to go. I've got a camera set up in here and I've seen you slap them 3-4 times this morning and pull the blanket off her and tell her she stinks. Okay. I'm sorry. It's fine.
what do you think you're sorry for?
I'm sorry, I didn't need to do that. Is that the first time or have you done it? I've not done it before. No, I've not done it before.
Why do it then? No, it's free space.
No, it's not free space. No, not at all. I didn't mean to upset you, I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to do. No, now. Yeah, okay.
You should have been left. So she should have smacked the holy water out of that chick. You know what I'm saying? That was Phil. Should have smacked that chick. Sorry. That's that boo right there, okay? And that's the danger. That lady had dementia, I believe. So she really couldn't speak up for herself. So yeah, I wouldn't rush somebody in that position where they really can't speak up for themselves. I wouldn't want somebody to be, wanting to put my family members there. Uh-huh. Yeah, I need the nice nurses. What's up, Miss Betty? How you doing? Welcome to American Culture Topics. Yeah, dang right, Louisville in the league. It is crazy. And this is exactly the wrong thing that can happen at one of these places. So if you happen to have a family member who, mom and dad, who's up there and they're not able to take care of themselves, yes, that's it's important not to put them in that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you keep them home where you can keep an eye on them, you know, and that way they'll be protected at least by somebody who cares about them, right? Yeah. That part of the college, the hazing part, that's the part nobody wants the kids to have to go through because you don't know how them hazers are going to act. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, it's like a reunion. Cat here, Miss Betty, Rise Girl. You know what I'm saying? Crazy out here in these YouTube world, I tell you. I'd be shocked sometimes at some of the things I hear about in this YouTube world. Stuff I even get myself caught up in somehow. And all I can say is, may the righteous continue on. Exactly. Hi, Hamilton. Yo, she does the kid. They be using the hell out of them old people. Come on, man. I'm trying to tell you. And it seemed like the chick saw her do that. She come in there and like talk to her. You was hitting on me, mom. She said, you have to leave. I'm sorry. The heck she telling her she's sorry for? Huh? Time to put hands. You know what I'm saying? How do you wait? Wait a minute. How do you wait? You're talking to the elderly now that Trap is gone. How do I feel? I'm talking about the elderly. Well, when Trap was here, that's funny because you got the old head emoji. Trap used to catch the jokes, you know, about the old heads, especially when I do This Day in History. I'm like, yeah, in 1877, you know, America, blah, 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 blah. Trap, what was it like? You know, he know about those jokes. Trap always caught those jokes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no big deal. Yes, righteous will continue on. Thanks. That's how I'm looking at it. Tough job. You say dealing with the older folks or dealing with the workers? You know what I'm saying? Have I spoken with Trap? I've spoken to Trap. Trap been acting kind of, you know. He spoke back. Let me just say that. What happened to RL? See, you're in the know. You in the know. I told them at the beginning of the show, and somebody in my ear talking about they were going to join, but they did not. And know that I sent them, you know, a list of the breakdown of the topics and the link before the show started. Yeah. Let's see. If you abuse older people, yes, right. I'm waiting for that to pop up on my chat. But yeah, I swear it's the most dangerous part of this whole retirement home stuff. Nah, Miss Betty. In fact, he came by the lane yesterday talking disrespectful. So I had to give him and his co-conspirator, you know, that Shay. I had to give both of them that work yesterday. If you check out that show, I gave them that work because they deserved it. Yeah. But it didn't show up, Louisville in the league. I'm wondering why. I don't know why it's hating on me because I got this I do see the comment. It says if you abuse older people, you deserve to get your ass whipped. And that's the damn facts. Protect our elders, you know what I'm saying? Always. I don't play none of that. I don't like none of that stuff. Like I said, it's just how people had to be free, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, HB2N? That's how people had to be free. Yeah, up. All right. Miss Betty, you spoke them up. You spoke them up, Miss Betty. So we're going to let him rock. All right. As long as he can't offend Trap no more. So.
What's up?
What's up? How you doing, sir?
Shit, chilling at the casino. What's up with y'all? What are y'all talking about?
All right. It's just me. and it's oh no, in the chat, you're right. It's retirement home culture. Retirement home culture.
Retirement home culture. I'm not familiar with that. What is that about?
Retirement home is where, or retirement communities is where people over the age of 55 go to live.
So what
Like
about it?
a nursing home.
Yeah, what about it
It's
though?
very popular in American culture. Not a lot of other countries are this popular with putting their older parents in these places.
Yeah, because a lot of other cultures are very still family oriented. Like they wouldn't let an institution take care of their family. Does that answer your question?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You,
So I mean, okay. Hold on for a second.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Oh, okay. So now, why was this a topic of conversation?
because this show is called American Culture Topics. So I pick a culture topic to discuss at length.
Oh, okay. That sounds
The,
good.
the show you actually were on before, there
I
was
beg your
no
pardon?
topic. The show that you came on before, there was no specific topic. This is
Oh,
a
okay.
yeah.
Okay, well, cool. Well, y'all just coming to say what's up anyway, man. You know, I'm in a loud place right now, but
All right. Well, thank you very much, and thanks for not telling me that I have to calm down and none of that other crazy stuff.
oh, okay. Sorry, yeah, I won't do that no more.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, then, brother.
All right, hit on 7.
All right, yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that was Labuto, ladies and gentlemen. I've been watching. Okay, I ain't like I said, as long as nobody trying to tell me I got to go or nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, not for it. That's all. You have any thoughts on American culture topics there, Shay? Would you like to cam up? How do you feel about retirement home culture? Do you want to be in a retirement home? If so, please join. Or if not, join. So yes, we don't want our family members to be subject to any types of cruel and unusual punishment by these nurses' aides. Some of them, they making light. Oh, my mic cracking. It always happens when I do this show. Microphone check. Is it any better yet? Dollar bill, y'all. Oh, Mike, you gonna get in trouble. Mike still broke. All right. I'm hoping it's better, y'all. Maybe. All right. Yeah, Labuto's always messing stuff up, yo. It's just par for the course. All right. Let me just raise the volume. All right, we got live from somewhere in New York, host of the sports bar.
Yo, I made it.
What's good, General? How are you this evening?
I made it. Yo,
I'm repping my losing team.
host of the sports bar. General.
All right.
Yo, I made it.
Now I hear me in the background. So next time you come up, you're gonna need to get you a mic.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, right now.
Is that better?
Me.
Is that better, sir?
I believe so.
Okay. I had to cut my little speak off.
All
There you
right.
go.
So
Yo, man. I
let
just
the
wanted
folks know who you are and where you from.
Oh, my name is Mel. My name is Melquan General. I'm from Long Island, New York, aka by way of Brooklyn, and I'm the host of the Sports Bar down with Rutgers Radio, as well as I'm down with my man Mills Lane.
Big facts, sir. Thanks for joining me on on the American culture topics. We're talking
Thanks for having me.
retirement. We're talking retirement home culture, man. What's your thoughts?
Well, me personally, I worked in a nursing home out in New York, and I just hated HB2, and I see you. I just, I noticed how, like the staff members, they treat the elderly terrible. So in my time of working there, I worked as a porter and I worked as a medical assistant also inside of a nursing home, and I used to check people all the time because I don't play that shit either. Don't mess with kids, or don't mess with the elderly, or me and you, we gotta throw our hands up, like for real. Like I don't play that. So like I just that's why I tell my kids, like, listen, I don't care what happened to me. You never know what's gonna happen when you get older. Just see my son trolling in the background. I just don't want. I want to live in one of their basements. So do not put me in the nursing home. Just pull the trigger if you're gonna put me in a nursing home. I'm not going. All right.
So, and that's cool, right? But at the same time, you don't want to be a burden to your kids, right?
No, they're a burden to me.
So you just saying it's due process and returning the favor.
Look, I'm in my kitchen right now. Shit, I'm cooking them dinner. Tomorrow's my birthday. I'm cooking them dinner. I'm making shit for them. They ain't doing shit for me. So you better take care of my ass. I took care of your ass. You better take care of me.
Yeah, like you gotta, and I'm like, we're in the era now. I gotta remind them, like, I gotta take a picture of everything. Like, look, y'all, look at me and the kid. Look at this. Look at their new school clothes. Look at the new school. Look at this. Look at that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I took care of you. Don't forget about me when I get older.
They better not, man. I don't play that. They better look out for it, brother.
Yo, man, everybody in the chat calling you Liquor Man, man. What's up with
look at Mac J, Greasy Man, and everybody's chiming in. I'm used to the Liquor Man comments, but you wait till you see me after midnight. I'm gonna really be Liquor Man.
Get after midnight, nice looking.
After midnight, I'm gonna really be Liquor Man. I tell you that much.
That's what it is, right?
Birthday rolling in, so I'm all with it, man. So,
yeah,
I got you right now.
With the fermented beverage, you know what I'm saying? Fermented beverage. Okay, right. There you go.
I got the Ciroc.
Woo!
I got the Ciroc Blackberry. That's on deck for midnight.
Hold on. I gotta put the Liquor Man up there. Yeah, all right. Now you showing the liquor, so we gotta put the Liquor Man up there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I live up to my name. I live up to my name this weekend.
That's good, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Keeping it funky, keeping it fresh. Big 7PC, what's happening?
All right, man. Well, yo, man, and if you need a co-host, I'm available, my dude. I told you I work for free. Just you know what I'm saying? I work for free.
I mean, I split the cash apps, man. I ain't I hear what you're saying, but
the cash apps towards your electricity bill, put it towards your cause. You feel me?
That's definitely it's paying for the StreamYard and it's paying for some other stuff. Know what I'm saying?
Word.
You getting happy birthday chat text? You know what I'm saying? You said tomorrow.
Thank y'all, man. Tune in tomorrow on Ruckus Radio in the morning. We have the morning show, man. We have a special celebration for myself. So I'll turn up tomorrow morning.
Is it going to be your musical selection, or is it going to be Wu-Tang?
No, I ain't doing no Wu-Tang. I'm texting Rich tonight. We ain't doing no Wu-Tang. I'm doing some R&B. I'm throwing some 90s rap. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to the point. All right, man.
Big facts, man. Yeah,
no, man, but I thank you for having me, brother. I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna finish cooking. I just wanted to chime in, man. Show you love, man, and support. You know, you're my brother from another mother, man.
Big facts,
brother.
All right, man. And when you ever do that sports bar, I'm ready, man.
I'm trying to do it Monday, so
I'll be ready.
All right, brother. Definitely salute, brother.
Melquan the General, ladies and gentlemen. Melquan the General about to get that cooking in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, y'all some drinking folks. Yeah, Miss Betty, go down like that. Ultimate hit salute. Thanks for coming back. We got the Ruckus come in with the crickets. Yeah. I like Woo, but dag, bro. You play too much damn Woo. But yeah, man, we get it in, y'all, here on American Culture Topics. So we keeping it going. We keeping it gangster. Um, I had a whole list of stuff about this that I hope I touched on everything. So yeah, we touched on living in this place, the old folks with the blue pill. Oh, me and the mic again. All right. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. All right, sound good. So yeah, we touched on the blue pill. We got the old folks messing around with that blue pill in the retirement home. Mills Lane drink Miller right now. I brought a case of that. So Mills and Miller. I'm trying to get a sponsorship from Miller because I got the MILL already lined up. So, hashtag Millers. Hey, Miss Betty. Yep. But and we talked about the history. We talked about how much this damn place costs. It costs a whole lot of money to live in these places, man. It ain't cheap. You got the old folks and they sitting back and they enjoying themselves and enjoying each other's company. And that's how it's supposed to be. Like I envision all of us at the retirement home. You got to sit that far apart now because of social distancing, But everybody should be outside and because we retired, doing that stuff and drink and having a nice little lean drink and talking about 2020. Like, wasn't 2020 crazy? And everybody was gonna be like, yeah, 2020 is crazy. Try to get Snuggies to sponsor the lane. I mean, somebody got to sponsor the lane. Other than we got one sponsor, and we never forget we got one sponsor, y'all. Our first sponsor, Watch While You Work. The website is up, www.watchwhileyouwork.com. You feel me? So yeah, man, we sitting back at the old folks' home. We're gonna be sitting back like, remember 2020? And everybody gonna be like, no, what happened in 2020? And they gonna be like, oh, Sugar Shay got flown out to see Tommy Sotomayor. Okay, I'm done. That's the first time I told that joke, right? But yeah, 2020, it was crazy. Nobody could go see the basketball games, and nobody could see the football games. So salute to Mike Wary. Salute. Okay. Oh yeah, back then 2020, we had to wear a mask over our face, and back then 2020, it was those days. So we got to survive this, y'all. So keep yourselves protected. Make sure you following the proper guidance. Yeah, in 2020, Tom Brady was trash. Facts. Tom Brady is the white Jameis Winston. Yeah, but yeah, let's be doing like this, y'all. 2020, we finally said enough is enough. Y'all ain't killing us no more, coppers. And then 2021, they went back to killing us, but yeah, but in 2020 the world woke up. We lost John Lewis in 2020. Very, 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 very sad year so far. But how will we remember? Yes, Tom Brady should be sitting here with them right now. Big facts, Miss Betty. I don't like Tom Brady. Sorry, Mike from Boston, but I don't care. But yeah, and you know, who will we be talking about got vote elected as president in 2020? Well, tonight I am announcing I plan to do a very long marathon show on election day because it's going to be a very important election. And yes, I'm going to take my behind out to vote pretty early, and then I'll do the show. And it might break it into sections because the way these internets work. So tonight I'm announcing a very special election day coverage of American culture topics. Oh my goodness. Who you voting for, Mills? I really don't like divulging that information. I'm from a time when we didn't tell nobody who we were voting for. We ain't had to stand up and go to bat for those people either. Nah. But I will say, whoever's elected, they're going to catch that hell if they bring in hell. Okay? I gave Trump that work. I gave Obama that work. I gave George W. Bush that work. I gave Bill Clinton that work. I gave George H.W. Bush that work. Ronald Reagan, I didn't give him no work. I was a little too young. But when I found out about the shit that Ronald Reagan did, I gave him that work. Everybody gets to work. Nobody's free from the work. Unless it was my son to being the president. Are you voting twice? No, I'm not going to vote twice. I know that that's illegal, and I'm black, and doing illegal things while black can be deadly. I don't know. Maybe I said something bad. Yeah. So to wrap up retirement home culture, I mean, if you sell it to me like this and like this, yeah, I'm down with it, you know? And I don't care as long as, because part of the time we're these ages, it better not be nobody white in the retirement home talking about colored folk. I mean, that word should been died off. I don't want to have to pee in somebody's oatmeal. That's disgusting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Doing two-step, you know, that's Offset and Cardi B, right? Because by the time they're in a retirement home, they meet up with each other, you know, at the hip hop retirement home. For those who saw CB4, you know what I'm talking about. That looks like a lot of money, but you invest wisely, get you some Bitcoins and some get you some rental properties. You can have people paying for you to live in these places, okay? Don't forget that. So this is American Culture Topics, retirement home culture. And that's my final thought on that subject. Now we move to this day in history. This would be a nice segment to be sponsored by somebody for the dedicated folks that listen to American Culture Topics and make it to the end of the show. So this portion of American Culture Topics, this day in history, sponsored by you. This day in history, Oprah launches her influential book club, okay? September 17th, 1996. I believe the first book is The Deep End of the Ocean by Jacqueline Mitchell. So just think about Oprah, okay? Oprah, popularity, Oprah, well known, Oprah. A moment of silence for the TV show known as The Oprah Winfrey Show on regular TV. So, Oprah, number one evening talk show, well, afternoon talk show host, number one. Okay. So, and you know who's in her audience? Women. You know what women have? Money. Now, especially in 1996, women had money and they had access to it and they were able to spend it. So, what do they spend their money on? Let's go into a little bit earlier times. Let's go back to the 80s. When I was a child and I saw women and in the supermarkets, they would pick up magazines, or while they're waiting in line for the teller, they'll be reading a book and a novel. And they'll have some hunky dude on it, and he's holding some woman, and it has some fancy title. And I was like, oh, that's a book. Okay. So I see the ladies reading the books, and women in the audience at Oprah's show. Perfect idea, Oprah. If she likes a book, okay. If she likes a book, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe if I wrote a book, because I used to be a writer. I used to love writing, by the way. And if she wrote a book, if somebody wrote a book, I'm sorry, the number one place you would want to get promotion was Oprah's book club. Because early in 96, there were over 2 million members of the book club. So when the book comes out, 2 million people are going to go buy the book. Freshman in high school, 96? Okay. All right. Yeah. I was a freshman a little bit earlier than that. You ain't no writer, man. Sir, I wrote a song, and you were one of the bars in the song. If you remember, Blue Label protects the hip hop dream. Mel Kwan is a fan of every winning team. I wrote that. Smart ass. But back to the book club. So yes, to get on Oprah's book club list was like all of these specialties. Who else had the specialties? What the heck? Yeah, it's just everything special. I'm just saying. Is anyone interested in the NBA player? Oh, that wasn't for me. I would say no. I gave up, but Mel Kwan is, because I bet you his team's still in it. See, he love a winning team. So anyway, on this day, you know, and the New York Times, they knew about it. It's like, hey, you know what? This is like, first it's a campaign for literacy. Here's a woman, black woman, talking about reading. So this is like literacy plus. And it was nice because even when Laura Bush got a new office as the first lady, literacy was her number one campaign. So, you know, that Oprah effect was very important. Let's see. Some other books. Wally Lamb wrote a book called She's Come Undone. Yeah. Another book, Maeve Binchy's Tara Road. Yeah. So Toni Morrison. Now, I heard that name before. Oh Lord. Ah, ha, ha, ha. We beat y'all last year, Weary. Remember that. But if you was a Bills fan, I don't know if you're a Bills fan or not, but if you are, we beat y'all. Yeah, exactly. Keep that a secret about that book that we trying to get Shay to write until I get my dedicated cut. You feel what I'm saying? But yes, Oprah's book club. Toni Morrison. I heard the Toni Morrison and Bluest Eye, Paradise, the Song of Solomon, and Sula. Look, bar none, getting that Oprah stamp is a blessing. Okay, so maybe if I can get that, if Oprah found out the things I've said about her online, she might blush, but she might be like, "Yo, that dude crazy." Yeah. Bills, salute you. Yeah. So okay, respect. Win that division. I mean, Big Bad Brady ain't there no more. No excuses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, salute. But yeah. So in honor of the book club by Oprah, we represent that as this day in history for September the 17th, 2001. This accomplishment was September the 17th, 1996. And that will conclude today's episode of American Culture Topics. Once again, if you would like to guest host American Culture Topics with a topic of your choosing, please send me an email at millslane456@gmail.com. And what flows down below is if you would wish to donate to the show via Cash App, it's $MillsLaneACT. Today's sponsor, of course, Wash While You Work, mobile detailing, websites available. And for me, what this say? You took the first L to the football. Wow. Yeah, we got to wear that. Just like we wear that 2017 season Super Bowl victory. We gonna wear that too. All right. Yes. So for me, Mills Lane, for Labuto camming up. Thanks to Labuto for camming up. Thanks to Melquan for camming up. The General, host of the Sports Bar. I'm gonna just stop right there. So thank you very much, and till next week. Also check out for the lane. This week we did a live show, so if you're interested in checking it out, it's live. It's only a half hour. I cut into 3 stories and just get in there, drive down the lane. I'm Mills Lane saying thank you so much. With liberty and justice for all.